There's a moment, just one, a spark in the pre-dawn silence, when you realize. The world remembers those who commit, those who choose to endure. Most men, most people, live lives of quiet desperation, their dreams buried beneath comfort and fear. But some decide to plant their flag in the ground and say, "Here, now, I become more." Are you one of them? If you want to keep walking with me on this journey of growth, hit subscribe to Growth Mindset Project. Don't forget to ring the bell, so you'll never miss a moment when your mind could change, or your courage might ignite. Commit or be forgotten. That phrase stings, doesn't it? Rings in your ears like a distant thunder, shakes loose something you thought was solid inside. I know what it is to drift in the undertow, the pull of old habits, of comfort. I felt the ache of potential wasted by hesitation, watched the days blur into each other as if my life were written in pencil, light and erasable. Then, one day, a question crawled into my soul, scratched at the walls of my heart. Who will you be when the clock runs down? Let me tell you, self-respect isn't a given. You earn it. You build it every morning you rise for the ugly work. Those lonely hours in the gym, the silent nights spent writing, the quiet upgrades no one sees. You don't have to tell the world what you're building. Let your life speak in the currency of action. There were days when all I wanted was for someone to notice, to validate my choices. But now I know. Real progress is born in silence and pain. Your greatest enemy? The question others plant. Are you sure? Acid on your fresh dream, shade thrown over your fledgling hopes. Guard your dreams. Water them in private. Sunlight is earned. The path to becoming the person you can be is painful. Painful because growth punctures the armor you wear. It hurts because you must choose the mountain, not just admire the peak. I learned it young. At 24, broken, uncertain, I gambled on myself. I traded parties for protein, sleep for sweat, validation for solitude. I dropped out, traveled, fought for every inch. Why? Because I knew. Comfort is a slow-rolling fog, and I refused to dissolve into it. If you want a sign to keep going, here it is. Pain is the compass. More discomfort, more promise on the other side. Most will turn back. Most will quit. But if you can stare into the void and keep moving, you will build something rare. The route no one else wants always guards the best treasure. Hardness selects the worthy. Imagine, every sunrise gifts you 84,600 seconds. At midnight, they vanish, spent or squandered, replaced anew. Would you waste that? Each day, your account refills. Don't leave value on the table. Make meaning with every hour, every breath. One life. That's all. If you use it right, it's enough. If what I'm saying resonates, if you feel the quiver of possibility beneath the surface, tap the like button. It tells me you're listening, and that you don't want to disappear into mediocrity. Comment below, too. What's the dream you water in silence? What pain have you turned into fuel? I want to know. Here's a truth. The story only matters if there are dark chapters. Without the bad days, the heartbreak, the sacrifice, the brutal self-doubt, the arc is flat. No triumph, no transformation. My best stories start with blood on the pavement, not applause in the stands. I've learned to see discomfort as a mile marker. Go deeper. Keep moving. Fewer will follow the harder the way. What if you turn to face your fears, really face them? It's 2 a.m. The world is silent. No more distractions, no more pretending. Just you and the demons you've tried to ignore. If your body resists sleep, maybe you haven't earned it yet. Maybe tonight, your family needs you to be the one, the rock, standing while the world rages. Are you that pillar? Most live and die dreaming of change, too afraid to become the story worth telling. I know because I once counted myself among them, stripped by setbacks, cars repossessed, pockets empty. But it's when I stood at that canyon's edge, trembling, that I leapt. The safe path never makes history. It leaves you mired in regret. Out of 100 men, only one is a warrior. Who do you want to be? People see the trophies. They don't see the lonely gym, the sacrifices stacked like coins in a wishing well. Everyone wants the mountaintop, few want the climb, but the muscles are built in the strain, character forged in the fire. Stand up, man or woman. Make the hard call. Change your skin until you're someone you're proud to meet in the mirror. No one calls you on the opportunities you skip. Winners show up. They risk losing, and in doing so, gain more than anyone who never steps into the ring. I've fallen, failed, lost count of both. But each scar is proof I chose the fight over the fantasy of what if. Fear creates or destroys. It's your choice. Fear is a haze you shape with your own mind. Step toward it, and it shrinks, becomes dawn-breaking confidence. What else are you capable of, if you stop running? Every time you conquer fear, you absorb its energy, become more than you were. Ask yourself, what would I do if I were not afraid? That's often the step you must take. Safe misery is not a life, it's a long, anxious waiting room. 5 years pass and you remain in place, only older, only more certain you missed your moment. There's no living in safety. Living happens on the edge, with hands trembling and breath quick. Nothing worth holding comes without risk. The prize demands your pain. Have you paid the price? Most won't, but in the space where others give up, you can make your stand. I used to be terrified of diving into the unknown. I thought fear was a mile deep and endless. But when I stepped in, it was only an inch, and I was never meant to drown. Starting is the only requirement for greatness. The magic waits in the work you avoid. Outwork, outlast, outlearn. These are the weapons. Treat every day like a Monday, every month like a January. If you think you're giving your all, look deeper. There is more. You don't need to feel good. You just need to continue. The feeling may abandon you, but the results will remain. Champions are born when fatigue has broken down everyone else. When you're the last one standing, fighting through exhaustion, that's when the world finally hears your name. If you want something beyond average, you must become obsessed with ordinary tasks. No glory is possible for the one who never fell, only for those who crumbled and rose again, 20 times, each time with greater courage than before. I run by graveyards sometimes and I wonder how many souls felt regret in their final moments. How many looked back and wished they'd found the discipline to become more. Don't die with your potential buried beside you. The bad days, they're the ink for your story, the proof you carried on. Setbacks are inevitable, mistakes are human. Miss a day? Pick up the thread. Miss 2, and the old habits threaten to return. Never let 2 days slide. When you're lost, drifting, unsure, pause for 15 minutes. Ask yourself, what do I truly want? Then, act. The magic lives in discipline, not motivation. Do the thing you dread, precisely because you dread it. Build your promise one brick at a time, weathering setback, embracing discomfort. If you numb the hard, you dull the joy as well. Discipline is the water that carves canyons, quiet, powerful, inexorable. When you fall, get up, and again, and again. Glory belongs to the one who refused to stay down. If you've made it this far, watch more videos on Growth Mindset Project. Let's dig deeper together. Don't forget to ring the bell. Your next transformation could be one word away.